Megan Dara. I'm from the marketing program. I've done the marketing program for 4 years now, and I'm from North Marion High School, and I'm a senior.
Hey, Megan. What are your future goals after you graduate?
So in the future, I'm planning on going to WVU and studying math education. I hope to be a math teacher for middle school grades, and so I'm going to start out with a major in elementary education and a minor in secondary STEM education.
Awesome. You've been involved in a lot of projects and different things at the Tech Center throughout your time here. How would your peers describe you and why?
I hope my peers would describe me as involved and also supportive, because I our marketing class just had a community service project. So I tried to do my best to spread the word about their different community service projects. Like they did a runway project. So I tried to share it on my social medias. I told people about it. Same with, they did a Humane Society project. I tried to just advertise it out to other people, because this class is more of like a social, compared to the classes at North Marion, you're more involved. It's literally a workplace. So you're going to try to advertise for your peers as much as possible, because they're marketing themselves as well as marketing you.
Nice. Great.
How has being at the Marion County Tech Center affected your life?
I'd say it's affected my life in many different ways. In my freshman year when I took marketing, I kind of just got thrown in it. I didn't sign up for it. And I was not a big fan of public speaking at all. But whenever I started presenting projects every week in Mr. Lanham's class, now they can't get me to stop talking. I go out and I'll be talking to people and just interviewing. I love doing interviews. I love getting to know people. The marketing program has made me come out of my shell so much, because I'm able to meet people from every different program. And if I would have just stayed at North Marion and not taken any Tech Center classes, I would have been a lot more introverted than I am today.
So if you could change something about the Tech Center here, what would it be?
I might change the fact that it's a block scheduling. Not necessarily that it's a block scheduling, but for marketing, for example, you can take it at one block at a time. But for the other programs, you have to take 2 blocks at a time. But if you want to go, for me, for example, I want to go to college in the future. I know some people don't. But if you're taking, say, welding, and you're taking 3rd and 4th block, you can't take any college classes in that. So if there was an option to, I'd say maybe you could even scatter it, have 1 first block and 1 4th block for welding, or 1 first block for carpentry, 1 4th block for carpentry. That way you can fit college classes, because some college classes are only offered during 2nd block or only offered during 4th block, which kind of is inconvenient for people. For example, electrical. I know some of those kids want to go into electrical engineering in college, but they can't take college algebra and college trig because they can't fit it in their schedule. So.
Okay, thank you. If you have a favorite project while you was here, what would you tell us about that?
My favorite project that I've ever done has probably been running the social media accounts, because getting yourself out there, interviewing people, since I'm in the marketing program, I get to go to every single program and see what's going on. But if I were to be just in one program, just in law and public safety, I wouldn't be able to see what's going on in ag every day. I wouldn't be able to see what's going on in culinary every day. But by interviewing people, I get to meet new people. I've made a lot of new friends through interviewing, because usually after I interview someone, I find their Instagram, I find their Snapchat, and I become friends with them. So it's allowed me to meet a lot of new people, and it's just a great opportunity that I wouldn't have gotten to have if I didn't continue. Because my first year, I did the hands-on projects, which are PowerPoints and clay, paper mache, different things. But with running the social media accounts has allowed me to blossom a lot more.
Mm-hmm. What activities have you been involved with as far as sports or community?
So for sports, I have played varsity soccer for 4 years at the high school as well, all through middle school and elementary school and everything. I've played tennis for 3 years now. We just had the Big Tens, and we have regionals next week. I've been involved in a lot of different community service projects. I've done, my favorite community service project I've done is the haunted house at the middle school, at Fairview Middle School. So when I was in 8th grade, I was the student body president of Fairview Middle. And we decided we want to have a haunted house in the basement of the middle school. So we started it, we got it running my 8th grade year. And then my freshman year, we all decided, hey, we got this started, why don't we come back? So every year, even this year, we've just continued to improve it. This year we bought a fog machine, we got more people. My teacher was in a fraternity, so he brought some of his fraternity brothers to scare everybody. And we've just continued to grow the project, which having the tech center, Mr. Lanham knows everyone. So we can get more people out there and more help with the community service projects.
If chosen as our employee of the year, what would it mean to you?
It would mean the world to me. I've been so involved in the tech center a lot greater than I imagined. I never pictured myself completing in the tech center just because I'm planning on going to college, so it's not like the typical route. But the more I've been involved in the tech center, the more I've realized it's meant to me. Just my bond with all of the teachers and the staff is 10 times greater than I would have ever imagined. I'd say my teachers at the tech center are more friends and family than any teacher I've ever had in my entire life, like in regular schooling. So I would really appreciate it.
If you were chosen as the employee of the year, would you be willing to come back and be our MC at our completer ceremony for next year, which means you would be announcing all of our speakers and that type of thing at our ceremony?
That's with marketing. I've become a lot more comfortable with public speaking, so I would definitely be able to do that.
Is there anything else you would like us to know about you that we haven't asked today?
No, I think I think I'm good.
What happens now is we vote as a committee, and we're going to get the students to vote, and then it's kept a secret till the night of our ceremony on May 16th. So nobody will know until then.
Okay.
A 10 photo of you that you would like displayed if you were chosen the lucky candidate.
My name is Xander Brand, and I'm from North Marion High School.
What's your program?
Agriculture.
Okay.
Nice. Okay, so what are your future goals after you graduate? It's coming up.
Hopefully just to run the family farm through what I've learned in ag.
Okay, so you're going to work around the family farm through what you've learned in agriculture. What are some of those things that you've learned?
Just basic livestock handling and even the crop side of it where we do our garden.
Okay, awesome. So you've had some opportunity now to work on different projects with people. So how would your peers describe you and why?
Hopefully as a leader, I try and show them what to expect and what to do and kind of let them figure it out for themselves from there.
Okay, do you have any examples of that? Of how
even with the greenhouse, just planting and everything, you tell them what to do and hope they find out.
Okay.
How has being at the MCTC affected your life over the 4 years?
I've definitely learned a lot and probably came out of my shell a good bit.
Okay. What activities have you been involved with in your sports club or community? Like through clubs or community work? How have you been involved? Were you an officer of any type?
Through FFA I was, yeah.
Can you elaborate?
I was president last year for whatever, that was 22 to 23.
So what kind of leadership roles did you have, like activity-wise, while you were president?
Mainly just to help the younger kids come up and learn how things roll to make it a little smoother transition from their middle school to high school.
What about your competitions? What have you been involved in with that?
Pretty much everything between ag mechanics, where we go and do the technical side of it, to the environmental and even livestock.
If you could change something about the tech center here in Marion County, what would it be?
Probably communication. It's something that lacks between the instructors.
Okay. Anything else? So, of all the projects that you've worked on while you were here, what would be your favorite and why?
The barn addition. It allows us to have more space to handle the actual animals, which is why I originally came here in the first place.
If chosen as the employee of the year, what would that mean to you?
That'd mean a great deal. I mean, it means that my 4 years here haven't been not necessarily wasted, but unnoticed.
If you were the successful candidate, would you be willing to come back and be our MC at next year's completer ceremony?
Yes, I could do that.
Is there anything you would like to add that we haven't asked you today that you feel is important in this selection process?
Can't think enough.
Do you want to start by telling us your name, where you're from, and what program you're in?
My name is Alex Jones. I'm from Ironman, West Virginia. I'm in a carpentry program.
Nice. Okay, Alex, so you're getting ready to graduate soon. That's super exciting. What are your future plans? What do you want to do after you graduate?
I'd like to just work in carpentry or masonry, hopefully for myself eventually.
Okay, so you want to own kind of your own construction
Company.
business?
Yeah.
Nice. We definitely need that,
Yeah.
for sure. So you've had the opportunity to work on several projects throughout the time at the Tech Center. How would your peers describe you and why?
Say hardworking,
Okay.
determined.
Do you know why?
So I'm always wanting to get stuff done and get it done right in a timely manner.
Good. Okay.
How has being at the Marion County Tech Center affected your life?
It's helped me a lot. It's made me see a lot of things differently and learn to do a lot of things, build a lot of things, meet a lot of new people, for sure.
What activities have you been involved with, whether it's sports or clubs or community work?
I'm not
Describe them.
really in any, but I've helped out with a lot of different things.
What are some of the things in the community that you guys have done?
We've put a lot of concrete for different things, and we did the roofs down in for the fairgrounds down there in Mannington, and we've built blessing boxes and sat them, and we did a barn for the church in Mannington. We've done a lot of different little projects.
Good. Thank you.
So, talking about the tech center here, if you could change something about it, what would it be?
I'm not sure there's a whole lot I'd change. I'd say it's
Maybe
overall
comparison
pretty.
to- Pardon.
I'd say overall it's pretty well rounded.
What is your favorite project? And tell us a little bit about it.
And that's hard. Probably some of the concrete, just because I really like it. It's fun. Not a lot of people do it. Or the dock we built last year was really hard. It was the first thing we actually framed, and we got to see it go out on the water, and we actually rode it in the water. It was nice to see it.
If you were the successful candidate for the Employee of the Year, what would it mean to you?
I'm not too sure. I mean, it'd make me feel good.
If-
Build things right.
If you were chosen, would you be willing to come back and be our MC at next year's ceremony, which means you would introduce all of our speakers at our ceremony?
That'd be impossible.
Okay. Do you have anything you would like to add about yourself that we haven't asked you today that you would want us to know?
Not really.
Start by introducing yourself. Tell us what program you're from, where your home high school is.
Yeah, I'm Lucas Sidowick. I'm in the Health Occupations program, and my home high school is North Marion.
Nice. Okay, so you're getting ready to graduate soon.
Yeah.
It's super exciting. What are your future goals? What do you want to do after you graduate?
I want to be a nurse. I was accepted into Fairmont State University's associate's degree in nursing program, so I'll start that in August.
Nice. Okay, so you've done a lot of clinical hours, and you've gotten to work with all of the other students in the nursing program like really closely throughout the past 2 years that you've been
Yeah.
here. So how do you think they would describe you and why?
Oh goodness. I'd probably say I make people laugh. I'm good at that. I'm good at entertaining the patients. I'm really good at talking to the patients. That's like my favorite thing. They're very full of wisdom, and they're very funny too. It's like a comedy every time I go. Really. I mean, I have a few favorite ones, and we can chit chat for a long time, probably forever if you let us. But I like to talk to them. It's fun, and they would probably say that I'm funny and I'm good at talking to them. So.
How have you been? How has being at the VOTEC affected your life?
I'd say in a positive way. I mean, the classes look great on my transcript when I applied to nursing school. My instructor has been there with me in my corner the whole time, helping me through the process because she's been through it, so she knows how it is. And it's been helpful to have somebody there who knows, because I'm a first generation college student, so I don't really know much about like going through the whole process. So she's been helpful a lot.
Okay, what activities have you been involved with through your schooling, whether it's sports or clubs or community work?
Over the summers, I do Bible school. I'm a camp counselor at a Bible camp thing. And then I work. So I have to go serve at Cracker Barrel.
So if there's something that you could change about the tech center here, what would it be?
I mean, for nursing specifically, some new tech. I mean, I think we would like some new tech. That would be cool. Some new dummies. But it's pretty good how it is. I mean, there's not really anything bad about it. But some new tech would be nice.
So if you have a favorite project, what is it and why, or tell us something about it?
Project.
Like your favorite project within the nursing program, if you've worked on something that really is near and dear to you.
We did a mental health project last year where we had to research and create poster boards about mental health. That's what I want to do when I'm a nurse. I want to be a mental health nurse. So it was nice to get to see a different perspective of how people like perceived mental illness. We had to write papers and like research people who actually had this illness and what they said about it and how they lived with the illness.
If you were chosen Employee of the Year, what would that mean to you?
It would be amazing honor. I mean, it would mean a lot that I was considered even. I mean, really, I don't know.
If you were chosen, would you be willing to come back to next year's completer ceremony and be our MC, introduce all of our speakers, stuff like that?
Yeah.
Do you have anything you would like to add that we haven't asked you that you feel is important in making this decision?
I don't think so.
Do you want to start by introducing yourself? Tell us what program you're from, what school you're from.
Yeah, I'm Autumn Lynch. I'm in welding, and I'm from North Marion.
Okay, Autumn. So you are getting ready to graduate, and that's super exciting.
Mm-hmm.
What are your future goals? What do you want to do after you graduate?
I would really like to pursue a career in welding and, just continue learning the skills that I've learned here, the technical skills, and just learn, get a job, yeah.
Nice. Are you interested in like staying in West Virginia, or do you want to like travel? Because I know that's usually an option if you want to go into welding.
Yeah, I've really considered traveling, but I would really like to stay in West Virginia, like stay around here.
Okay, cool. So you've been able to do some projects within your program over the time that you've been here. How would your peers describe you and why?
I think they would describe me as hardworking because I would like to get the job done in an efficient manner. I wouldn't like to just stand around and take longer to make it happen, but I think hardworking.
Okay.
How has being at the Marion County Tech Center affected your life?
It's really, like, in your class especially, it's helped me be able to talk to people, and in welding it made me learn a lot more technical skills, ways to work with my hands, and it's just taught me a lot of life skills as well.
What activities have you been involved with through your schooling, like sports or clubs or community work that you want to reflect on?
I've been in DECA, and we did a lot with DECA. I really like the community service, the One Night Without a Home, raising awareness for homeless people, and we did that when we went to Atlanta, and we brought that to a national level. And yeah, the community service, I really enjoyed that part.
If you could change something about the tech center, what would it be?
I think the thing I would change is they're already starting to do it. Maybe get it out to a lot more people, because when I was a freshman, I didn't even know that all this stuff was over here. And I know that they definitely are trying to get it more out to people, that you can come here and learn, like even if I didn't know a thing about welding, but then I got in and now I know a lot about it. So it's open to everybody.
So of all the projects that you've worked on, what is your favorite and why?
As long as it was, I did like the moon buggy for the mines, because we learned a lot doing it. We got to work with the mines, and it really taught us a lot, that there are ups and downs in jobs that you do. And especially with the hierarchy, it just showed the foreman, distributing the jobs and what each of our jobs had to do, what we had to do.
If you were chosen as the employee of the year, what would that mean to you?
That would mean so much to me, that I've really worked hard doing, like even at North Marion in my academic career, I just, I've worked so hard to get up to this point, and to finally be, be shown that I've done all this, it would mean a lot to me.
If you were chosen, would you be willing to come back next year and be our MC at our ceremony? That means you would introduce all of our speakers and do introductions.
Oh yeah, I would love to do that. Yeah.
Okay. Do you have anything you'd like to add on them that you maybe haven't told us or we haven't asked you about that you think is important in making this decision?
I think that I was talking to some other people that maybe popularity, I think that maybe some people were thinking popularity would take a toll in this, but now I think it, like everybody that I know that's nominated, they're such hard workers, and I think that's the biggest push to who gets it.
Do you want to start by introducing yourself? Tell us your name, what school you're from, what program you're in.
Absolutely. I'm Alex Fry. I'm a student at North Marion High School, and I'm in the electrical technology program here at the Tech Center.
Okay, Alex, so you're graduating here soon.
Yes, I am.
What do you want to do after you graduate?
So after high school, I got a few different plans. I'm not sure what. Well, I'm sure of what I want to do. I'm trying to get to Union after school. I'm probably going to sign up here soon. But I got a few different options staring at me too. So I just got to look and see where them take me first. I don't know.
Okay,
I'll
nice.
figure that out.
It's good to have options. For
It
sure.
is very good to have options. My dad told me to take every single one you can get, so I am.
Yeah, that's good. That's good advice. Okay, so you have had the opportunity to work on several different projects throughout the time that you've been in the electrical program with different people,
Okay.
your peers, your classmates. So how do you think that they would describe you, and why?
Definitely, they describe me as hardworking, and my work ethic is out of the roof because I'm sitting here today. I'm not trying to be rude, but I'm here, so it is what it is. I work my butt off for this, so that's it. Work ethic and about that.
Okay. How has being at the Marion County Tech Center affected your life?
The Marion County Tech Center has affected my life in a lot of ways. I don't know. I'm still nervous now, but before, I was nervous, but and then I got in here and I got Mr. Lamb's class and stuff, and I got to do interviews and stuff, and that made me not as nervous. And then I got to get I felt like I was working out in the workforce. You guys treated me like an adult. You guys didn't. I don't know how to explain it, but it was it's an instructor, not a teacher. If that makes sense. That's about all I got to say for that.
Okay. What activities have you been involved with through school, like sports clubs or communities that you want to share with us?
See, I've never been into sports. Whenever I was younger in middle school, I was always an athlete. But after I got out of middle school and started high school, I realized what I had future plans to work on. I didn't, not sports, So I was working on those, and I seen the electrical class, so I got in that. And that's basically what I've been doing. I've worked a bunch of different jobs. I've worked for Sparkle Wash, and I'm working at Fox's Pizza right now as a delivery driver. But that's not. I'm not going to be a Fox's Pizza delivery driver when I graduate high school. I'm going to be an electrician,
Right.
So I'm a worker. I'm not an athlete. I used to be, but not now.
So if you could change something about the tech center, what would it be?
If I could change something about the Tech Center, I don't know, maybe break it up a little bit more. if you could. Like, in my electrical classes, felt like I was learning too much of one thing. I felt like it needed to be broke up in sections, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know, I feel like there should be like different like topics you should be working on, like residential wiring for 35 minutes to 45 minutes. And then after that, we'd go to motor control. And after that, we'd learn something different for those 2.5 hours I'm here, if that makes sense.
So, of the different projects that you've worked on since you've been here, what would be your favorite and why?
Well, I mean, I really like to do, like, I like the projects in the shop and everything, but I don't know if the Skills USA project counts, but I really enjoyed that project because it put me in a state to where I was super, super nervous and I had to get over that fear and stuff, and it put me in a state where I had to step up to the plate and actually do it because nobody else would. But that project right there was super fun. The opportunity was great overall, so.
If you were chosen Employee of the Year, what would that mean to you?
It'd mean the world to me because I've never been in been in this spot before in my life. So growing up in elementary, middle school, and now in high school, still this is my senior year and this is the first spot I've been at the top. It feels like I'm at the top. I'm not saying I'm at the top or anything, but it feels like I'm at the top, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it'd mean the absolute world to me. But like I said, well, there's a few things too. Is I'm just an electrician. I'm not here to. You know what I'm saying? You got all these other people that run for president and stuff. I'm here to be an electrician. I'm not here to be, you know what I'm saying? But, it'd mean the world to me, so.
If you were chosen the successful candidate, would you be willing to come back and be our MC next year at our completer ceremony, meaning you would introduce our speakers? And
Absolutely. Yeah, I definitely would. I plan on coming back and visit Mr. Greenlee if that says anything. So, yes, I'd come back as many times as I can. This place is great. I got a little brother, too, so I'm going to point him in the direction of the tech center, too, so.
Is there anything that you would like to add that maybe we haven't asked you about today that you would want us to know that's important in making this decision?
I definitely want you guys to know that I definitely deserve this opportunity because I'm the one kid that's here and I worked hard for it and I feel like I've put in a lot of effort and I've been real. I don't know. I've been outgoing, if that makes sense, and that's usually not me. So that's about it.
Do you want to start by introducing yourself and telling us what program you're in and what school you go to?
My name is Caitlin Brooks. I go to North Marion High School, and I am in the Pro Start Culinary program.
Cool. Okay, Caitlin, you're getting ready to graduate. Only a couple days away. That's super exciting. What are your future plans? What do you want to do after you graduate?
In September, I'm going to be going to the Culinary Institute of America in Hyde Park, New York, and I'm going to be going for an associate's degree in culinary arts.
Cool, awesome. So you've had the opportunity now within your program to work on different projects and cook different things, be involved in different competitions. How would your peers describe you and why?
I like to think that I'm very consistent. I try to make sure that everything I do it the way it needs to be and every single time. I like to do everything with efficiency and as fast as it can be done because the faster you do the important work and you do it properly so you don't have to go back and fix your mistakes, then you get to have more time to learn more things and do the fun projects, but you can't do that until you get the important work out of the way.
Nice. Good.
How has being at the Marion County Tech Center affected your life?
It's been great, honestly. Before I started a program, I actually didn't have any idea what I wanted to do for college. A lot of people told me I should have gone into teaching or law or psychology was one. Stuff where I talk to people and they talk to me and talk. But I didn't really want to do that. I didn't feel like that would have been my calling. So I was like, well, we have the tech center. Maybe I can learn a trade. And I picked up this program and now I'm going to culinary school and it's going to be my career and I'm really excited for that.
What activities have you been involved with through your schooling, whether it's sports or club or community or things with culinary?
So I have been a 4-year member of the North Marion Notables Choir, and then partially the a cappella choir. I've been in North Marion Theater for 4 years. I was on the speech and debate team when we had a speech and debate team. What are other school-affiliated things? I've done some volunteering here and there for culinary. I went to the culinary challenge competition where we made a chocolate boat with the aerospace engineering program, and then we also made a dozen little cupcakes that looked like treasure chests. That was a lot of fun.
So if there was something that you could change about the tech center, what would it be?
If I could change about the tech center, I mean, there's not a lot that I really have a problem with. It's my favorite part of the day to be here. I mean, sounds cheesy, but I'd like to be here longer because I just get going in those 3 hours, and I'm like, I want to keep going. But then, like, no, I have to go home.
Of all the projects that you've worked on, what would be your favorite and why?
Running the food trailer is certainly interesting, and it's a lot of fun. And it's it's a challenge because you basically have to fit everything we get to do in our kitchen that is the size of this room into less than the size of that hallway. And then also our days just dedicated to like mass production, like donut days where we like make all of the homemade donuts. Everybody loves the homemade donuts. And like shake days. And then those days where it just really feels like a commercial kitchen because you're just like pumping out product the way you would in a commercial kitchen. They're a lot of fun.
If you were chosen Employee of the Year, what would that mean to you?
It would be pretty great. That'd be fantastic. It would feel like the pinnacle of all of the work I've done here in the tech center thus far and in my high school career, and it'll just be like a symbol that I've done it and like my hard work paid off.
If you were chosen, would you be willing to come back and be our MC at our ceremony next year, which means you introduce our speakers and...
Oh, definitely. Okay. Sure.
Is there anything you would like to add that maybe we haven't asked you about that you would think would be important for us to know in making this decision?
No, I think my work and my record speaks for itself.
Okay. Do you want to start by telling us your name, what school you're from, what program you're in?
I'm Morgan Myers. I'm from North Marion High School. I'm a senior, and I'm in Law and Public Safety.
Awesome. Okay, Morgan, so you're graduating soon.
Yes.
What do you want to do after you graduate?
I want to go to college at Pierpont since I do get hours from the tech center there and start out there so I can get my feet wet in the criminal justice program and paralegal studies program. Then I plan to attend WVU for my bachelor's degree in criminal justice, and then after that go to law school. So I also want to work as a paralegal while I'm working up to becoming a lawyer.
Nice. Awesome. Okay, so out of all the things that you've done in your programs, because I know you are part of both marketing and law and public safety, how would your peers describe you and why?
I feel like I don't know a stranger, so very outgoing and bubbly, because I'm always nice to everyone. Like I said, I do not know a stranger, so very outgoing.
Good. Okay.
Okay, how has being at the Marion County Tech Center affected your life?
It's honestly benefited me in so many ways. When I started at high school, I didn't know what I wanted to go into. Like my freshman year, I thought I wanted to go into the X-ray technology field, and I was like, I don't really like the medical stuff, so I think I'm just going to stick with what I know. And then I took my tour over here my sophomore year, and then that's when I started finding out different career paths that I could do, and that's how I ended up. That's how it's benefited me.
Okay. What activities have you been involved with as far as sports or clubs or community work?
I'm a varsity cheerleader at North Marion. I've been a 4-year letterman and a 2-year varsity captain. This year I was a Big Ten nominee, so I got that award for it. I've also been involved with student body over at North Marion High School. I'm the student body treasurer, and over here I'm the vice president of the Marion County Technical Center, and I'm highly involved with my church, and I'm also in National Honor Society.
Okay, thank you.
So if there's something that you could change about the tech center, what would it be?
Probably painting the walls, making it more brighter and more welcoming when you walk in the mornings.
Okay. Of all the projects that you worked on while you was in class over here, what is your favorite and why?
The case studies that we do with Mr. Neal's class and my embedded English class with Miss Russell, definitely going into case studies and figuring out like what happened when and where it happened, like just investigating it.
If you were chosen the Employee of the Year, what would that mean to you?
It would actually mean so much to me because I absolutely love the Tech Center, not just my program, but all the programs in general, like the teachers, the staff, the students, because I think I'm close with every single program because I just pop in due to like Tech Center tours.
If you were chosen the successful candidate, would you be willing to come back and be our MC next year
Yes.
at our completer ceremony?
Yes.
Is there anything that you would like to add that we haven't asked you about today that you think is important in making this decision?
The Tech Center was kind of like my home away from home because I live just down the road from here. So in the mornings, I've always looked forward to coming here. It's not like I'm dreading going to school. It's something that I want to do in the mornings. It's something that I want to come here, do, and learn.
Hi, I'm Makeda Martin. I'm from North Marion High School and the Marion County Tech Center, and I am involved in marketing with Mr. Lanham and CWST with Ms. Lupo.
Okay, you want me to start?
Yeah.
Okay, so what are your future goals after you graduate?
So after I graduate, I plan to go to Fairmont State and do my first year, and then I will apply to Pierpoint and do the X-ray technician program. And I will work here for about 2 years as long as I have to, and then I plan to travel out of state.
Nice. Awesome. Do you have any states in mind, any places you have
I want to go to like Colorado, Wyoming. I'm a mountain person. I like the mountains. So
Nice, very cool. Okay, so how would your peers describe you?
So I think people would describe me as honest, dependable, hardworking, dedicated, hopefully, and mostly kind.
Nice, awesome. Do you have any examples?
So I help my community out any way I can. I'm always down to help people. If I get called into jobs, like I will do them no matter what they are. I almost will never say no. So yeah, I'll do anything. I help anybody any way I can.
Nice.
Okay. How has being at the Marion County Tech Center affected your life?
So I would say it helped me a lot. My freshman year, I was like the shy little kid who wouldn't even come in here and say hi to you all, and now I can. And so I feel like it has helped me become the person that I am truly, and I don't think I would be who I am without Tech Center. So.
What activities have you been involved with in your community or sports or clubs?
So I don't do any sports, but my community, I'm in DECA. We've done One Night Without a Home. We deliver nursing home cards. We go and we have food drives we've done, and we just go out in the community.
In your community work?
Yes, my work.
Where do you work?
It's a doggy den, Monongah Furniture, and then Barrackville Auction.
Oh gosh, you're busy.
Yeah, yeah, busy.
So if there was something that you could change about the Tech Center, what would it be?
I don't know. Maybe to bring more kids in, give more kids a chance to see what it is, what we do.
Okay. And all the projects that you've worked on here while you've been at the Tech Center, what's your favorite and why?
I'm gonna say, I feel like recently my favorite is my community service project in Lanham. So I created like little bouquets and I just delivered them to the community, handed them to people. They had like little Bible verses attached, and then I also baked goodies and I brought them here and I brought them to my jobs and just gave them to people. So I feel like that was my favorite.
What would getting Student of the Year mean to you?
It would honestly be like a big, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. It would be a big like win. I would love it. It would mean a lot. I would never thought that you guys would consider me for it, so it definitely feels good.
If you were chosen as our Employee of the Year, would you be willing to come back and MC our completer ceremony next year?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have anything you'd like to add to us that maybe we would need to know about you in making this decision? Anything you haven't told us?
Not off the top of my head right now.